Hello, welcome to the Love Strategy Podcast. I'm your host, Angela,
Akila.
and so we have a special guest tonight, Mr. Rashad Simmons. We have something special planned for our listeners. As everybody know, Valentine's Day is approaching February 14th. And so this young man that we're going to interview tonight, ladies, let me tell you, get ready. Ladies, he's single. He's not ready to mingle. He's ready for, well, we're going to find out what he's ready for, okay? And let me just say this, ladies, as you all can tell, he's easy on the eyes, okay? So we're going to find out more about him. And this is a podcast where we like to help individuals and couples navigate the relationships in their lives. And so tonight, we're just not on here talking just for you to meet up, hook up, kick it, and it's done. No, we like long-lasting relationships because guess what? Everybody wants somebody to love and somebody to love them back. So this just might be your lucky night. I'm going to let my co-host, Akila, take it from here.
All right. So thank you for joining us today. And like Angela said, we are doing something special. We're having our own The Love Strategy Podcast, Finding Love, the dating game. So we have Rashad here with us, and we're just going to grill him. Just kidding. No, we're going to ask him. We're basically going to get his dating profile for you, ladies. So if you are interested, we will love for you to reach out to us and submit your dating profile to possibly get your opportunity to have a date with Rashad. All right. So the way it's going to work is we're going to ask you a bunch of questions, but it's casual. I want you to feel comfortable so that when potential ladies, dates see this, that they see your personality shine through, and they're like, oh yes, let me hurry up and submit my video. So the plan is to interview you now, and then we're going to gather some ladies, their information and any submissions that we have, and narrow it down to 3 women who will be able to get on a live with you and speak with you directly, and you get to ask them questions. And from there, you figure out which one you want to go on a date with, and you take it from there, and we'll get your feedback after the date and see how it went, and did you find your love, basically. So hopefully that's what we're going for.
Or at least the beginning of, okay.
The beginning, right.
Love is something that grows. So at least we want to see if it's a spark, okay. All right, we want to help the spark, and then they will have to develop it.
Okay, so like I said, the game is called Looking for Love. So I want to know, first off, is that what you're actually looking for? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for a fun relationship, just for play? Are you looking for a wife, just a girlfriend? What are we trying to, our goal here? What is our goal?
So the end goal is actually to find a wife, but I need a friend though first. She has to become my friend before she can become my wife, because people jump in these relationships and they hate the other person because they don't even know the person. So I'm looking for a wife, but I need her to be my friend first. So yeah.
Okay. And how long is she in the friend zone?
That just depends on her, and that depends on me. We work our way up. Those are levels, is what they call it. The young kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm learning something. Okay, those are levels. I'm learning something.
It's levels to this game.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm glad to know that you're looking for a wife, because we are in the long game at the Love Strategy Podcast. We love to help married couples, but we love to help singles strive for marriage and not just serial dating around and casual whatnots. Now, if folks do that, we help to navigate them through that as well. But the goal is to marry you all off.
Right.
So with that, I want you to tell us about yourself, and also let everyone know why you're seeking our assistance with dating and trying to find love.
Okay. Well, a little about me, my background. Originally from Kansas City, Missouri, but I packed my bags and headed south a couple of years ago. So I've been down in Texas for about 7 years now. 37 years old, one kid, a little boy, about 14. He ain't a little boy no more. He's a teenager. So I ain't got a bunch of kids, so, no luggage, no drama from past relationships. Good single guy, got all my teeth and, easy on the eyes though, she could take me around out on dates and I look good on her, she'd look good on me. So, those are things that I bring to the table. I got a good job, 401k, health insurance, all those good things come with me, you know what I mean?
All the checkpoints. Yep.
Hey.
Okay.
So
right.
far, that's sounding pretty good now.
So far, it sounds good, but let me dig a little
brother,
deeper.
As you heard him say, a brother with a job, that's a plus, okay?
A
And
good
not
job.
Just a job.
Not just a job. A good job.
And it ain't hourly, it's salary over here. So
uh-oh. Hey.
Ladies, let me say this. Ladies, you want a man who will be able to provide and take care of you. So cha-ching.
Right. So why is it that you need our assistance? Are you finding it hard in Texas? Have you been on a lot of dates, or what's the scene like? What for you? What's your experience?
So the way that the world is going right now, with Corona and stuff, it's kind of hard to get out there. So I be on those little dating apps and stuff on my phone, or
Okay.
so, and that's getting boring and stuff. I can't. Let me see. I just can't find the right one, I think, on there. So I'm reaching out to y'all because maybe y'all know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can probably get a brother.
Is the pool slim? Is everybody
Not
the
slim.
same on those apps, or what are you finding?
I think everybody's the same, and then it's not virtual though on the app though. First you gotta type in a catchy phrase for somebody to respond back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it might be one or two exchanges and then it's over with for me. And plus, I don't know. It's more like you don't really know what you're going to get, because I done pulled up on some stuff that wasn't what it was. Like, oh, this ain't it.
Some catfishing?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that don't look like Janet Jackson. It was Freddie Jackson.
I hope everyone got that reference, but okay, well that's unfortunate. I'm sorry that you've had that experience. And so hopefully we can widen the net for you, and once we get the submissions, we'll be able to go through, filter out for you, and then put the best in front of you that we find.
Right.
So that's our hopes, and we are going to make it happen one way or another. So let me ask, so with the dating apps, you said they weren't good. How long have you been single, if you don't mind answering?
So single, like
committed relationship.
Yeah, no real committed relationship for about maybe 7-8 years. Yeah, like that's crazy too, though. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's probably me though. You know what I mean? It's probably me.
Well, why would you say that?
Just afraid of commitment because I feel like people, it's trust issues, and you know what I mean? Is this the right person for me? Will this person add value to my life? Will I add value to that person's life? I don't want nobody that I gotta make happy. I want somebody I can add happiness to. You know what I mean? And that's hard to do because people got so much problems and issues going on that they haven't taken care of yet. And I don't want to deal with that because I done dealt with that in the past 7-8 years ago. Untreated trauma. Ain't that what they? Yeah. So can I add to your happiness? Because you got to come to me already happy. I can't make you happy. Because my thing is, let me add a little something, put a little sprinkle on it.
Oh my God, Keela, let me just interject.
Mm-hmm.
What he has just shared with us is key. First, two things that I'm going to limit my input, but two things that I want to hone in on. Commitment. He mentioned commitment, and then he mentioned making somebody happy. I think that's part of the problem that we're having in 2022, that we get into relationships and we think that the other person is going to be all and is all. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. No one person can do it all, can make you happy. They're a fantastic lover. They make money. They this, they that. Nobody can do all that. And so what he said, you got to come to me already happy and I will make you happier. That's key. That's one of the key elements to a successful relationship. The second thing he said is, when you ask him, why has he been single for so long? And he said, you know what? I haven't found anybody that I want to commit. I want a commitment. I haven't found anybody that I'm able to actually make that commitment with. And, you know, with him having a child, and his child, I think he said is a teenager, with him having a child, he has to be careful who he brings in and out of that child's life. So I admire him in terms of those two things that he mentioned. And I just wanted to, highlight that. So I'm done.
No, it's good to highlight that, because if someone else is listening, they might have taken that as a negative. And so, pulling that out and analyzing it, it really shows it is a positive. You value, relationships, you value your heart, and you want to value someone else's. So you're making sure you're waiting for the right person. So that's really good. Now, have you ever been married?
Nah, I've never been married. I bought a ring though one time, and it didn't really even work out with that. I was like, dang, you know what? I'm just going to move on.
Okay. Well, it sounds like though you know your worth, which is good.
Oh yeah.
You want to get married?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's the end goal, because I want my son to see me happy. You know what I mean? So my son know what to look for in a woman when he get older. So he need to see his daddy loved by a woman, the correct way and stuff like that too, though. So I mean, I got to be an example for him for what he needs to see. So yeah, I definitely want to be married one day.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that you said that. So, ladies, so far, I mean,
full circle.
All the boxes so far.
So far.
But now
I have about 20 more questions, so I got you, ladies. But I'm just saying, so far.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling, because we want to get to know.
All right. So, when was your last? I know we spoke. Your last relationship was about 7 years ago. What about your last date that you went on, and how would you say that it went? What made you not go for a second date or not continue with that person?
Let me see. My last date was probably like last week.
Okay.
Went bowling. It went good. You know what I'm saying? Had a good time. She brought her kid, bowled with the kids. I wasn't attracted to her though. It just wasn't the attraction there. And I think more or less she talks about sex so much that's a turnoff. Even though as a man, that's a big thing for us. But of a lady pushing it, it's an agenda behind it. It feels like to me, and I'm like, nah, I can't. What else you got? What else can you offer me besides some sex? Can you?
Where's the substance?
Can you stimulate my mind though to make me think better as a man? You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I just didn't. I didn't like that.
And that was the first date.
No, that wasn't the first. We talked on the phone a couple. Yeah, but that was like was that the
first time? Yeah.
Another key moment, Akila. Men are the pursuers. And like he said, yeah, men, sex is on their mind, but ladies, let the man pursue you. Okay, now I ain't saying make it easy. It's because he pursue you. Okay, he pursuing me. Let's give it up. No. But let him be the pursuer. You just
let him work for it.
and say,
Right.
I gotta make him work for this. Okay.
Because
So
yeah,
that's
that
what-
runs
I
me
think
away
that's
the
what he-
fastest.
That's what he's saying. So, and I'm not saying, ladies, that you can't be sexual in a committed relationship, but I'm just saying, make him prove to you that he wants you. And if you easy freezy and you bringing it up, he gonna say, you know what? I might
ain't
go
the
ahead
only
and
one.
partake, but
Yeah.
it's talk to
That
him.
right, that part. Yeah, she's probably, unfortunately, said that probably about 5 other men she went on a date with.
And gave it right on up. I mean, and I gotta be honest. I mean, yeah, we that was the end of it. Probably cut that one. Don't put it.
That was the end of it. All right. And so, so about last week, would you say that you're a serial dater at this point?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I gotta be honest about that.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I mean, can we have a intelligent conversation? Or, you know what I mean? Like, tell me what was the last book you read? You know, or what did that book do to you? Did it stimulate your mind? Can you give me some advice from that book, or are you just reading one of those drama books? You know what I mean, Sister Soldier. And I don't care about all that stuff. I'm a more like a Pablo Chacon dude that reads The Alchemist or Think and Grow Rich. You know, by Napoleon Hill. I'm a thinker, you know. So can you
That
add,
stimulates, yeah.
yeah? Can you add those things to my, you know, value to my life? That's all I'm looking for.
So on these serial dates, you just haven't found the one that provides enough stimulation for you mentally. Okay. That's explains a lot too. So because if we just say serial dater, that could sound bad, but it's because you're looking for more than what you've been receiving. So okay. And we already kind of spoke on this, but you are ready for marriage. So, and you said that you want to add to someone's happiness. Do you think that you're happy right now and someone can add to your happiness? So are you open and ready to receive love? Are you healed? I don't want to say fully healed because it takes time, but are you good with your stuff, your baggage, enough to come into a relationship healthy?
I think I am. You know, I've been through a lot of things in my life, and I've accepted them for what they are. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm cool with that. You know, and I've just grown here recently where I'll have a conversation with my son, mama, because I was so upset with her for so long. But now we have healthy conversations and we laugh about things at times. So where a couple years ago, maybe even 2 years ago, I don't think we could even do that though, because I think I probably had love for her still, and I was still upset about certain things and the way that things transpire. So I was like, So I've dealt with that. I've dealt with a lot of losses and stuff in my life. So I've healed a lot, you know. So yeah, I'm open though, you know. I'm ready for it. So yeah, I am happy. I just need somebody to add to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that leads into my next question. Actually, I was going to ask about your relationship with your son's mother, and you know, if that's good. So to know if someone is walking into a dramatic situation or is everything copacetic, like y'all are good.
It's peace over there, you know. Like I said, I smile, I wave. Hey, how's our son doing? Because you know, I'm in a whole nother state from where they're at. So there's no drama, you know what I mean? She can't pop up on a player either though. If I was a player, but I ain't no player though. So, you know, but nah, we good people though, you know. It's good energy.
Okay. Good. That's good to know. Good to know. All right. And then as far as your son, do you think that he's ready to see you with someone new, or, you know, see you with a new wife or a new woman? Do you think he's ready? Would be any drama there? Because sometimes blended families, you know, if the child is not ready to receive a new spouse for their parent, that could add some tension and some drama. But is he okay with that?
I believe he's okay because he's got a whole nother sibling and a whole stepdad. So he good. You know what I mean? He want to see his daddy happy though. I know that for a fact though. You know what I mean? I think he be out there campaigning for me sometime.
That's good. That's good. That means, ladies, that you'll be walking into a situation that's not heavy. You know, he's fine with his child's mother. The child is ready for him to move on. I mean, it's only room for you and that person at that point to
Grow,
fuel some fire
grow.
and some flames
Right,
and
grow.
make it grow. Yeah.
That's growth.
So Akila, I think, are you saying that ladies are not walking into a booby trap? So in other words, he has a decent working relationship with his son's mom, which he will always have a relationship with her because she is his son's mom, but they don't have to worry about baby mama drama.
From I want to say selfish side of it, but for the ladies watching, what you would hear there is you would have a lot of time with him without his son around. So, but with that, are you open to someone who has kids of their own?
I am, but it's a limit.
Okay, what's the limit?
2, because I only have 1. And that's like really pushing it, because I want a kid, you know, an additional kid maybe here, and you know, so there is an age limit too, though. You know, yeah, I might be a little older, so, but I would prefer for the lady that I talk to be slightly younger, you know, if we do decide to have kids, you know, because I mean, that's kind of like passion in it though, because I'm seeing women now having babies at 40 and stuff like that. So as long as she can reproduce, I guess would probably be good then.
Okay. Which, you know, that's in God's hands. Sometimes you don't know, but you can do your best to, you know, get the age range that you want, that is most likely to be able to reproduce. So what are you looking for in a potential spouse? So this is the floor where women can know, yep, that's me. I'm going to submit my profile.
Like I said in the beginning, though, somebody that challenges me, somebody that can push me to be a better man than what I am. I'm a good man. I always refer to as being an Obama, because I believe like Michelle added that extra to make Obama who he is. So I'm always saying, I'm just trying to be an Obama. I just need my Michelle, though. You know, that's my whole thing, though. That's it. And I'm like, if I get that, shoot, I'm gonna build a rocket ship and she gonna go get the gasoline for it. We a team in there, you know. So, but I mean, I just want somebody that can stimulate me. Now I gotta be attracted to her though. She gotta be, you know what I mean. I always used to say I have a preference, and I don't think that's it no more. I just want somebody that challenges me, push me to be a better man than what I am.
Okay.
But let me ask him though, Keila, because he said he has to be attracted to her. That's important. So describe, you know, short hair, long hair, hippie, no hips. I mean, kind of what kind of catches your eye when you go, oh yeah.
So I like them to be like the shorter, you know what I mean, shorter version, darker skin. I mean, y'all can put the hair, y'all can change your hair there. You can go bald head one day, and then next day you got 24 inches. What they say, you know what I mean? So hair part don't even matter, because you can change that at any time of the day. But I mean, I would like someone to be a natural, you know, natural hair. You know what I mean?
What about athletic? Do you want them to you know?
I like a curvy woman, you know, but long as she's athletic, she's
it's proportionate. You don't want it out of proportion.
Right. She can have a nice size back, and you know, and all that kind of stuff. I'm open for these type of things, though.
What about age? Are there any requirements as far as what you would like in terms of age?
So my age bracket, like I said, I want more kids, or a kid, rather not put the S's on everything. But I'll probably from maybe 25, 26 on to about maybe 38. That's a big gap, but hey, if it's the right one, who am I to say? Do
you want her to, well, what about career-wise? Does that matter to you, whether or not she has a career? Doesn't matter if she's just out of school or anything?
So true. I don't want nobody just to be pretty. Are you a hustler? You know what I mean? Are you gonna add to what I have going on? You know, what you gonna bring? And I know it's so cliche to say, what do you bring to the table? But it's the truth though. Like, don't just bring your beautiness. You know what I mean? Bring something that we can build off of. Now, if you got a brain and you can think and you can make some stuff happen, then bring that. You know what I mean? Don't just come with your hands out. You know what I mean? Bearing you wanting gifts. Nah, come bearing some gifts. Give me some love too, you know. So yeah. Career-wise, she doesn't have to have a job if entrepreneurship is something that she's, you know what I mean, into. I'm with that because I'll support no matter what the direction career-wise is, you know, but be willing to do something, you know. We're a team. Okay. And it's hard just for one person, you know, have to have everything on their shoulders. So yeah.
So with that, how are you with being the sole provider of the household? So you said she could be an entrepreneur if she wants to, go into that. But will she be required to put in half? Like I've heard men say, I want my wife to pay half of the bills or half of this. Is that something that's important to you? Or
I don't think that's so important because I mean, as a man, I am the provider, I'm the protector, you know, and those are my responsibilities. But if I fall on hard time, can you help me though? You know what I mean? Because you just been sitting in the house looking pretty this whole time and I done lost my stuff. And who can I rely on? Because you ain't did nothing. You didn't sit there and just look pretty. So, you know what I mean? It's levels. Like they say, it's levels. So I don't want you to just sit at the house. I want you to be able to, you know what I mean? Do you want to go to school? You want to be a nurse? You know what I mean? Let me support you like you're supposed to support me. Let me back you the same way, you know what I mean, that I'm getting back by you.
So if she has an education and, maybe she doesn't have to work, but if time calls for it, she can jump in and help out if she needs to, because she put some things in place. She has her ducks in a row.
I'm cool with that. I would be cool with that though. I would be cool with that. She don't have to, but have a game plan because things happen, you know. So and not to say, you know, but what am I teaching you though, if you with me though, you know what I mean? Because as the provider, if something is to happen to me, can you go on and continue to help to keep this family intact? You know what I mean? So because you done sat on the couch and watch all the love and hip hop shows, you don't know nothing else but Cardi B's them information, and you can't even get out there and get no game plan for yourself. Then that ain't what I want.
Okay. As far as distance for the potential person, is it okay if they're long distance out of Texas, or should they be within Texas, a mile radius, or do you have preference?
I'm open to this right now just because, like I said, the way that the world is moving, you know, the virtual dating part. And you know, if I take a vibe, will you be willing to relocate? And I mean, like, because I'm the provider at this point, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't going nowhere.
He's keeping it real, ladies, keeping it 100. And so,
and we got good weather. You see the patio door open down here. I'm pretty sure it's cold up north. I don't want to come north. I don't want to go nowhere north no more. Now, if she down in Florida, California, I might pack these bags and go.
But ladies, he's keeping it real.
So we spoke on earlier with your date experience last week. The woman was kind of forward. So I wanted to know, as an eligible bachelor that you're painting out to be, I would like to know, not necessarily when it comes to sex, but if a woman tends to initiate things, whether it's planning a date, calling you first, reaching out, let's say somebody sees this and did not submit their profile, but they reach out to you, things of that nature. Do you see that as, being assertive and you appreciate that, or is that being thirsty and, just too forward? Not necessarily sex, but just
to reach out to me. Nah, I don't find that thirsty. I mean, if they know what they want and they know, you know what I mean, they looking at a good looking guy, shoot, why not reach out? Shoot. If I was the opposite sex, I'd reach out to me. Shoot.
You shouldn't have to initiate everything as a woman, especially in the beginning. So, yeah, you don't have to plan all the dates. You shouldn't be the one making all the calls. You shouldn't be the one blowing him up, because you can start out maybe once or twice, but like Angela says, if the attraction is there, if the desire to be with that person is there, men tend to chase. Like you don't have to do all the work.
Not 10. Men chase, not 10.
They do.
Men
yeah.
chase. And men, like you're saying, Keela, in the beginning, you don't do that. Now, once you've established commitment and you're in a long-term relationship, you're going to do all you can to keep your man satisfied and happy, because guess what? When you're doing that, he's going to say, whatever I'm doing, let me keep it going on because I like her doing what she's doing. So it's a win-win situation. So when you're in that committed relationship, yeah, it's nothing wrong with texting your man during the day. Guess what? I'm thinking about you and I'm planning. When you come home,
but that's that's the point when she's my woman, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want no random woman, just, you know what I mean? I mean, when I was probably younger, that was a turn on and a pursuit, like, she want me. I'm older now, my thought process didn't change, you know what I mean? And it's a whole different me, you know. So I'm not the same 25-year-old. And some days it take me longer to get out of bed now, so I know everything's changed.
So rounding it out here, I wanted to know, within a relationship, this is something you'll find out with your date as you talk, as you communicate, as you learn each other, but just going into it, are you the type of person that's in a relationship that does equal amount of work as the woman? So let's say, because I come across some men in relationships who, if they feel like if they're quiet, they're doing what they should do in the relationship, and the woman should just be happy because he's not complaining, he's not, saying what she is and isn't doing, but he's also not actively, like Angela said, trying to plan dates, trying to make sure she's happy, make sure she's comfortable, protect her, et cetera, et cetera. He's just existing in the relationship, and that should be good enough.
No, because of you just being quiet, then you're not helping me grow. Because if you're quiet, you're not saying, well, Shad, you should do this different, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you'll get this, so you just sitting there being quiet. That's what I don't want, though. I want somebody that's going to communicate, because I talk a lot too, though, you know what I mean? But I don't just talk a lot about nothing. I'm an interesting guy. Y'all better get them. Y'all better get y'all one of me. But the thing is, like, no, I don't think it's an equal part, because I want somebody that I can talk to, and I need them to talk back to me. So,
and do you feel like you do your best to, I guess, communicate with the woman as well? So if you see that she's going through something, or she may not feel supported in a certain way, do you try your best to, I guess, I don't want to say fix, but work on that? Or do you just let it happen? If she's mad, you just, she'll get over it eventually. I'll talk to her after she's not mad.
Well, I ain't been in that situation in years, but if I was, I think I would want to talk it and find out what's going on. How do we get past that? I can't lay in the same bed with you and you mad all the time. That's just bad energy. You know what I mean? We want good positive energy around here.
Yeah. There's and I say that because I've come across, and more recently, a few women who have had that issue in their marriages, where the man just kind of exists. And so when he's just existing, that actually puts a lot of burden on the woman. And then she may or may not be, expressing herself, which would come off as a man would say nagging or complaining a lot, but she's really just over communicating probably to compensate for his lack of communication and lack of effort.
Right, so they're not yoked then. I mean, because she's a talker and he ain't. So yeah, it's gonna be a clash. Yeah, because he's gonna feel like she's always nagging, you know. And I understand that part because women do that a lot. Sometimes they nag about things, but we don't know. We don't know what's going on though. So So, yeah.
Right, and so you need to talk, right?
They gotta
communicate, right.
Right, and that's another podcast though. But we have to realize that men and women communicate differently. And so women, we talk. Men sometimes, especially when they're stressed and their woman is not happy, talking is like kryptonite to them, because it's like, because if she opens her, if she says this or says that, I'm going to be wrong. I'm this and that. And so sometimes that's why they're quiet, because they're trying to figure out a solution so that they can get her in a happy mood. Because let me just say this, and again, I know I always say I'm old time. I mean, I'm old school and I'm old fashioned. Men are not that complicated. They're really not. Men are not complicated at all. And they're very simple. They're very simple human beings. I've given birth to 2 and married to 1. They're very simple. But I just want women to realize that you have a lot of power in your hands. If you get a good man, you have power. You have so much power in your hands, ladies, that I want you to use it, and I don't want you to abuse it, and I want you to acknowledge it. And that's all I'm gonna say, because that's another podcast.
And women do have a part, but I will say some men don't have the ability to, even with that power, have the ability to recognize or communicate effectively. So there's like more baseline things that are missing. They could be a good man. They still, lack the.
It's just not the right woman for that. You know what I mean? So there's somebody. Everybody has somebody that's meant for them. But we just don't ever find it sometime in his life, though. You know what I mean? Because I could be a good dude, and if I get the right woman, she might make me a great dude. You know what I mean? So it's always value that can be added to a person if the right people come together, though. You know what I mean? So if I'm already here and I get somebody, a lady that's, on her A game, she might take me here. You know what I mean? Where I need to be, so I can become Obama. You know what I mean? That's why I say I'm looking for my Michelle to turn me into my Obama. You feel me?
That's what's up. Well, we're looking for the Michelle. So far I've been listening, and I've been trying to find what your quirk is, and I don't know if I can peg it. So do you have one that you can, so like in a job interview when they say, what's one, negative or about you? So not really a negative, but what's your quirk? Self-identified quirk.
I get bored real easily, and I'll walk away from some stuff if I just don't feel it. And that's just me though. Even in work though, like even at my job, if it bores me, I'll tell them, no, I'm not taking this task on. And they know that. They know that's a character of mine now, no. But I can get bored very easy though. You know what I mean? Like, so I need a lady that's gonna be active, you know what I mean? Want to do things instead of just sitting in the house and watching Love and Hip Hop.
I feel like you've dealt with that. You keep going back to that. You're like, please, I don't want that.
Yeah, I want that. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with the TV shows, but what else is it? This is a big spacious planet. Where can we go explore? I'm ready for trips and all that stuff. I need a companion that want to go to the beach and she ain't got nothing on. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's mine's out there. You know what I'm saying?
So you must be a nudist.
Sometimes. Not all the time. No, I don't want her to be nudist all the time, but yeah, she gotta be.
Are you okay with supporting her in whatever might be her thing? If it's different, if you're not interested, but you're willing to support her. and take part? Let's say she likes apples.
But that might be a conflict though, you know what I mean? Because of she eats pork and I don't eat pork, I don't know how that's gonna work, you know, like, or if, you know, she smokes and I don't smoke, then that, you know, so it varies. It varies, you know what I mean? So it just depends. It depends on what it is though, where I might say, okay, I'll compromise. That ain't that bad. I can probably look past that. But I'm gonna let her know though, like, I don't know, babe. I might want you to change that. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't know. It just varies though.
Okay. Are there any deal breakers that someone should look out for, or that we should look out for while we're going through your potentials?
If you cook me some food and you put it on a paper plate, it's over with. I better be served. I better be served on glass dishes with a metal fork and a spoon and a glass cup.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That is funny. So no hot dogs.
Okay,
and
ladies.
baked
Okay, at
beans.
least he's keeping it 100. Oh.
Does she have to know how to cook? Can it be
That
something
too.
simple?
That too. Yeah, she got. Because I gotta have somebody that know how to cook. Like, come on, we can't
Okay.
stop and eat all the time. You know, nothing wrong with that. But
Okay. Do
at least
you know how to cook?
Do I know how to cook? I done been around some restaurants, you know, pretty much my whole life. So I've been in the kitchen. I know how to, you know, I come from a family where there's some cooks in there, and they done showed me a couple little things. So I can twist the wrist
prepare a meal.
little bit. Yeah,
You
that's too bad.
Okay, you can put some food on the table. You won't
Hey, I
starve.
put some food
right?
on a plate, not
On
on a paper plate. See, and I'm gonna give you a spoon and a fork, a real one.
Oh man. Okay, well, this has been fun. I have one last thing to do, and then Angela, you can chime in if you have anything. But we have a game that we play on the Love Strategy podcast called Cliche Me. So I wanted to pass 3 love or relationship cliches past you, and you give me your perspective and your opinion about them and whether or not they're true or false. Okay. So first one, opposites attract.
True. I believe that because you see you'll see a real big woman with a real small guy, or you'll see a very unattractive man with a very attractive woman. So that's like an opposite of, you know, those. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Okay.
And
What
I
about-
mean,
So go ahead.
oh, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean as in, are you saying like mind-wise, like this guy's lazy, but his woman's motivated? I mean, it's all kind. Yeah, I believe
It's a plethora of opposites. So you mentioned physical. So let's say we just spoke about hobbies. Let's not go too deep, maybe hobbies. So you have somebody who loves to go hiking, or Angela, for instance, she jumped out of a plane at one point. And her husband is like, no, not at all, never. So
well, I mean, but those ain't opposites of, you know, because that's just an extreme thing that she wanted probably to try. She ain't jumping out of a plane every week, and I'm pretty sure her husband ain't, you know what I mean, like whatever he does in life, I'm pretty sure he ain't, you know what I mean. I mean, are you an extremist, Miss Angela?
You know, I'm not. I think in some people's eyes, but you know, I think when you say opposites, I think like what he said. Okay, maybe one person is outgoing, and another person is more self-contained, or you know, more. I don't like to go out. I like to be in the house, or you know, he's tall, she's short, or he's a spender, she's a saver, or you know.
And you see that a lot though. Yeah, and that's why a lot of times relationships don't work though. It seems like because the opposites are attracted to each other.
Yeah,
And then you got your opposites that are attracted to each other that works though. So it's both sides.
all right, next one. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
I don't know, what do you mean by cheater though? Because give me an example of what a cheater is though.
In a committed relationship, marriage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so we just talking marriage, right? Because I mean, because people be like, oh, he cheated on her and they wasn't married. And this comes from my grandma. So I'm gonna just put that out there. rest her soul. But she's always told me, as long as I'm not married, I'm not cheating on nothing. You know what I mean? Until I make a committed vow between this person, me and that person, I'm single. So there's no such thing as cheating. Now, I don't. So you said once a cheater, always a cheater. I think people can change. So I don't think that's true. And what was the reason that that person cheated? You know what I mean? Did that person cheat because they came home all the time and their wife was nagging? Their wife didn't show them the attention that they needed, but when they go to work, it's a lady at his job saying how handsome he is or what he does. You know what I mean? So there's reasons behind cheating sometimes, and sometimes a man just cheat because he can do it. You know what I mean? In a relationship, you know what I mean? So, but like I said, I think people can change though.
Okay. Women too. I always want to say women.
Well, and it goes vice versa though, because a lady might feel that her husband's not doing what he's supposed to do as a man. So she see another man out there with more money, you know what I mean? He's looking like me, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just interacting, you know, and she likes that.
You out there being the other man, Rashad?
I'm being a single man. I can do what I want.
Valid point. He said he doesn't have a commitment to anybody. So hey, you know what? It's the people with the commitment.
Now I'm trying to get to that point though, where I can, you know, this is my wife. You know what I mean? Because I want that one day though. I really do. You know, as a man, I think even as women, you know what I mean? Yeah, they always say the end goal is to find a husband. Well, as a man, the end goal is for me to find a wife. And I think every man needs a wife though, the right one though. You know what I mean? It's the right person, not just anything.
Right. Okay. And last one, never go to bed angry.
Well, I already spoke on that though, you know what I mean? I can't be in the same household. You mad at me and one of us don't wake up, you know what I mean? So you go to bed we go to bed and one of us don't wake up and then you think, oh, he died mad at me. You know what I mean? So that's not a good thing though. You know what I mean? So don't never go to bed mad at your significant other though. That's just weird. Y'all better talk that out because life is short sometimes, you know what I mean? And you go to bed mad at somebody and that's ugly. That's ugly.
Can be. All right. Well, great. Angela, did you have any more questions?
No, you know what? I think you did a fantastic job, and our guest did an excellent job answering it. And I just want to thank him for being a part of our effort here and participating. So if you're interested and you want to learn more about our guest, then you need to, we'll have the information on our page as to how and what you need to do. And we thank everybody for being a part of this and listening. And as I said in our intro, we like helping individuals and couples do what, Akila?
Navigate the relationships in their lives.
And so that's what we're working on. So we thank you all so much for joining us. We thank our guest, Rashad. Akila, you did a fantastic job. And until next time, you know how we do it, Akila. Peace, love, and happiness. See ya on the what?
Love Strategy Podcast.
We're out of here.